This is absolutely gorgeous island in the Adriatic Sea and a birthplace of the famous explorer Marco Polo, and I'm gonna show you around. As a tour guide, I'll show you its stunning beaches and the best things to do. I'm Rock, and this is Korčula, Croatia. Most visitors reach the island via ferry, disembarking at its eastern tip in the impressive town of Korčula. This medieval walled city is tightly nestled on a rocky headland, strategically guarding the channel between the island and the mainland. The beautiful stone town is still partially encircled by formidable 14th century defensive walls. Originally, there were 12 defensive towers, but today only 7 remain standing. In the 1800s, the Austrians, who ruled the island at the time, dismantled some of the towers and sections of the city walls. One of the surviving towers looms above the land gate, serving as an entrance to the town, accessible via a picturesque staircase. Tower is adorned with a winged lion of Saint Mark, a symbol of the Venetian Republic that ruled the island for over 350 years. As you ascend to the top of the tower, you'll encounter a permanent exhibition dedicated to the MORESKA, a unique island sword dance. This captivating performance, with elements of drama and dance accompanied by music, symbolizes the fight for justice and the victory of love. Lucky visitors may catch a live performance from June to September. For specific dates and times, check the official MORESKA website, which I'll link in the description below. As you enter the old town, you'll quickly notice its unique street layout. The main street divides the town into eastern and western halves, while smaller side streets fan out in a herringbone pattern. This design was intended to enhance the city's defense and provide better protection from wind and sun, resulting in improved air circulation. Streets descend from the main square, which is the highest point in town, via steps. You can explore these maze-like streets, admire the ancient stone buildings, and uncover hidden gems throughout the town. One of them is a house believed to be the birthplace of the famous medieval traveler Marco Polo. Very recently, it has been transformed into an interpretation center dedicated to life and adventures of the famous traveler. The interpretation center is housed within a beautiful stone building resembling a maze with multiple levels and various rooms. Here, it presents its narrative based on the historical fact that Marco Polo participated in the naval battle between the Venetian and Genoese fleets in the Korčula archipelago in 1298. Following the Venetian defeat, Polo was imprisoned by the Genoese. During his captivity, he wrote about his journey to China, eventually creating a famous book. Additionally, part of the building includes a small tower offering a magnificent view of the old town. However, the Venetian influence doesn't end with Marco Polo. The heart of Korčula Town is its main square with St. Mark's Cathedral, bearing the same name as the one in Venice. The present cathedral, dating back to the 1400s, is adorned with an intricately carved portal. Adorned with figures of Adam and Eve, lions, and Saint Mark the Evangelist, the portal is a masterpiece of medieval craftsmanship. Inside the cathedral, you can admire the influence of the Venetian Republic, as visitors are greeted by elegant columns with capitals and Gothic vaults. However, the true marvel awaits at the main altar. Crowned by a stone canopy dating back to the 1400s, it stands as a testament to the skill and artistry of medieval craftsmen. The altar is adorned with a painting depicting Saint Mark, the patron saint of Korčula. It is also home to the relics of Saint Theodore the Martyr from Rome. Additionally, you can visit the bell tower by climbing up the winding staircase. Right next to the cathedral is an elegant two-story house known as Bishop's Palace with a Bishop's Treasury Museum. This museum is a hidden gem that beautifully showcases the Christian art and history of Korčula Island. The ground floor houses the parish office, library, archives, and the kitchen exhibition hall. On the first floor, visitors can explore the Treasury Hall, which displays a collection of artworks and ancient manuscripts. Meanwhile, the top floor features the residence of the parish priests, providing insight into the daily life of clergy members in the past. Opposite to the Bishop's Palace stands a beautiful 3-story Renaissance palace, home to the Korčula Town Museum. Here, visitors can delve deeper into Korčula's history and culture. The museum's collections also shed light on traditional crafts like stonemasonry and shipbuilding, which were of paramount importance to Korčula. However, the island's extensive and rich history is exemplified by a stone plaque dating back to the 4th century BC, describing the foundation of the Greek settlement on the island. Those Greeks settled about 5 kilometers or 3 miles from Korčula Town in the stunning bay, which is sheltered from southern winds. The area is now occupied by Lumbarda, a fisherman's village that extends for several kilometers around the bay. Behind the village are also vineyards with some of the island's best wineries. Despite its ancient past, there aren't many preserved historical buildings here. However, one notable exception is the parish church of St. Roch, which dominates the bay. But the village is particularly renowned for its sandy beaches, making it a popular destination to beach lovers. As a result, most residents also work in the local tourist industry, in addition to their regular professions such as wine growing, fishing and stonemasonry. Consequently, the village offers a wide range of accommodation options, various local restaurants and shops, as well as a small marina. The most popular sandy beach in Lumbarda is Vela Pržina, surrounded by vineyards. The shallow waters of this long and gently sloping sandy stretch tend to be quite warm and are especially popular with families. The western part of the beach among the rocks is great for avoiding crowds and discovering wonderful spots. During the summer, a small restaurant and bar are open right on the beach. While there is almost no natural shade, beach chairs and umbrellas are available for rent. Vela Pržina is easily accessible by car, although parking fees apply, or it can be reached on foot from Lumbarda. You should also explore a stunning nearby archipelago that offers more beautiful swimming spots. Taxi boats running to the islands can be found around Korčula Town. They leave every 60 minutes between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. and are available daily from May to October. One of the larger islands in the archipelago is Vrnik. Known for its craftsmanship and creativity, this island boasts the most quarries in the Korčula archipelago. Despite the absence of cars, roads and proper shops, this intriguing island remains inhabited, making it the sole one in the archipelago with permanent residents. But the largest and most impressive island is Badija. Although it is currently unpopulated, it has been used as a center for learning and prayer. Initially settled by monks, attracted to its secluded nature, the island is home to a late Gothic monastery dating back to the 15th century. A footpath encircles the island, offering approximately 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles of coastline, inviting visitors to lay down their towels and enjoy a swim. To the east of the monastery lies one of the two main beaches and the only restaurant on the island. The second beach is located on the northeastern side, just in front of a small islet. It is one of the most beautiful pebble beaches with a stunning view. On the southern shores of the island is a small, remote and somewhat hidden Bratinia Bay. There lies a secluded and unspoiled beach called Orlanduša. Getting to the bay isn't easy, as a gravel road winds through vineyards and rugged portions of the island. However, the effort is well worth it, as the waters are remarkably clean and transparent. The beach consists of white pebbles with some rocky sections along its sides. Being completely sheltered from most winds, it offers a tranquil retreat. Natural shade is provided by several pine trees dotting the area. You'll have to park your car on the side of the road and walk down to the beach. There are no cafes, restaurants or other amenities, preserving its pristine beauty. On this part of the island is also famous beach Pupnatska Luka. Shielded from the wind almost consistently, the beach is easily accessible via a major road with many parking spaces, although parking fees apply. The bay boasts a wonderful and spacious pebble beach. While the water is perfectly clear, natural shade is somewhat limited around the beach area. However, due to its popularity and decent size, the beach offers a range of amenities including parasols, beach chairs, showers, a small restaurant and a pleasant beach bar. On the western tip of Korčula Island sits its largest town, Vela Luka. Unlike other settlements, the town developed only at the beginning of the 19th century. It spreads around a deep sheltered bay and has one of the longest waterfronts. The town doesn't have spectacular historic architecture, but it does feature something very unique and special. Here, they are working on creating the longest mosaic in the world. The project began in the 1960s when 30 world-renowned artists created mosaics that were installed in public spaces along the promenades. Visitors can participate by installing their own piece of mosaic, becoming part of this record-breaking artwork. Additionally, Vela Luka is renowned for several oil mills, offering tours where you can learn about the olive oil making process and sample different varieties of top-quality olive oil. Korčula has a long heritage in olive oil production, as it started with ancient Greeks more than 2 millennia ago. Korčula olive oil is well known and recognized for its high quality and unique character. Extreme amounts of sunshine are favorable for island's olive production. Oil is produced by crushing two local olive varieties, Lastovka and Drobnica, and carries a European label of protected designation of origin and protected geographical indication. But even older human heritage can be found on the hill rising just above Vela Luka. Beautiful Vela Spila cave is one of the most important prehistoric archaeological sites in Europe. This large, impressive cave is marked by two big ceiling openings that allow sunlight to flood in. But besides its natural beauty, this place has been classified as the cradle of Western civilization, as it has been inhabited since the Stone Age and is the earliest known home of modern humans on the Adriatic. Because the cave was home to people for thousands of years, it contains unique layers of material that clearly illustrate how and when ways of life changed over time. Among other objects, archaeologists found ceramic-colored objects considered to be the earliest examples of clay craftsmanship in Europe. Vela Spila can be reached by a scenic pedestrian trail uphill from the town's seafront, offering beautiful views of Vela Luka. The beauty of Korčula lies in its small, unknown and peaceful caves and beaches that remain quiet even during the high season. One such example is Lučica Beach, located about 7 kilometers or 4.5 miles from Vela Luka. The beach is easily accessible by a gravel road. The sea here is crystal clear, with stunning turquoise and emerald colors, making it perfect for snorkeling. This fabulous pebble and rocky beach is shaded naturally by pine trees. While there are a couple of summer houses above, the beach is unspoiled and there are no amenities. On the other hand, Korčula also has very famous beaches. Some of the best ones in Croatia can be found on the small Prozid Island not far from Vela Luka. Prozid is uninhabited but can be easily reached by regular taxi boats operating from Vela Luka during the summer season. There are 4 beautiful beaches, one of which is a nudist beach. The white pebbles and rocks create a striking contrast with the turquoise and deep blue waters, resulting in stunning beaches. The islet is covered with Mediterranean vegetation, providing natural shade and a pleasant environment for walking and relaxing while inhaling the scents of pine trees. The combination of lush greenery and breathtaking seascapes makes Prozid a true paradise for nature lovers. Prozid has a small restaurant. However, there are no extensive facilities, which helps maintain the islet's natural and untouched charm. There are many more beautiful beaches and great experiences on Korčula, so be sure to check the description below. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Thanks for the thumbs up and for watching, and see you next time.